See, we didn't break it. We might have dropped it in a canal, but it's still here. Well, hello there, welcome along to another JennyCam video with me, Jennifer Kirk, and today we're out and about, and my father is wanting his Hornby 003 rail layout relaying. He's been doing a bit of work, the board's got bigger, it's been mounted slightly differently to make it easier to fold away, so all the track had been cleared off the old one to enable this to be done. And he's inviting me back to try and lay out the track, and the idea here is instead of only having two able to run at the same time, what we wanted to do is to be able to run 3 trains at once. So if I show you this here now, we've kind of done that. So we've got 1, 2, 3 running tracks, and we've tested them. We've only got one controller at the moment. We've finally retired the old Hornby 001s, and the idea is that we're going to replace them with newer ones. Safety issues, the insulation's breaking down with the old ones, they're just potentially lethal. But trying to get a little bit more of a simplified track there. I know there's probably some complex junctions look like they're creeping in over here, but there's going to be a whole cut in the middle, and this is going to allow the next generation of model railway enthusiasts to stand in the middle, my little nephews, and be able to kind of be in the midst of this model railway. So we've got some all new screws to screw stuff down, and the old brass ones that we used to use gradually war of attrition. They fall apart. Brass is quite soft, so my father's been able to track these down from Brabin and Rudd's, and we're going to use them to screw the track down. We've ascertained that all 3 of these tracks, there's no faults, they're working, and there's the bare minimum of track work here to preserve the geometry and, you know, give it a little bit of sidings, because what's a layout without a little bit of siding space? And I'm going to get on and I'm going to screw all that down. So whilst I'm here as well, I'll show you, this is some of the Hornby 00 rolling stock in cabinets, waiting its time, biding its time to come back out on the layout. There's another one over here, and we've got some of the locomotives that he's got left in his collection waiting to run, and plenty of track as well. Well, it's not going to lay itself, getting dirty fingers here, and we're going to crack on, see what I can do. This afternoon I have to go, and I've promised to help out building a model railway for somebody else. So we're going to be doing that, and then there's going to be a meet-up of some of the people from Biggest Little Railway. And we're meeting up at a cafe, and it's going to be nice to have a sit-down meal and chat and catch up. A lot of these people I've not seen since Scotland, so it's going to be really good fun. So busy day, and let's see how it's going. So we're doing alright here. We're going to have to pack up and go shortly, but when I click my fingers, we're going to be looking at a different model railway. Hi, this is Derek from Scotland. Right? Well, he's not no, it wasn't. He's in Scotland, but he's from somewhere in Wales. Where are you from?
From Limerick.
Oh, right, you pronounced it correctly.
Yes.
Good man, good man.
10 years. 10 years.
Yeah, and we've got Will here, the man of 1,000 gurns.
And a famous ear.
A famous ear.
In Sweden.
Yeah, in Swedish.
I'm most impressed with Jenny's journalism and ear choice.
The best thing is that he has no idea what it says, so it doesn't really matter, does it? That I could have written anything. Will would like to show off the boats that he 3D printed. Nice.
Including the police patrol boat made of bits of old cable tie and a drawing board.
Oh, see, I always find it interesting. When it's pointed out what it's made of, you go, oh yeah, but I'd never have thought to repurpose that. It's brilliant. Yeah, that is grand. So these are the 2 yours as well?
Yes, yeah, it's basically 2 different designs. That one and that one are the same, but I've stuck different bits of lollipop stick to them to make them look somehow different. So that one's a bit more
grand.
Emergency services, and that one's a bit more cruiser.
Right, I'm with you.
More from a Duran Duran video.
a Duran Duran video. We're seeing a little window on Will's interests outside of modelling.
Ambitions.
Your ambition?
Yes, just to look windswept on boats.
Oh yeah, good call. Good, I'd do that. I don't see. I find that wind always comes from behind, and it's never a good look with like a wad of hair somewhere here as you try and fight through it.
Hence the haircut.
Oh yes, executive hair.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking at that. You can tell me what this actually is and does. This is an interesting piece of kit. Some kind of 3D printer.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, this is how this boat was made.
Yeah.
It will have sat on a bed just like that, and
it does it like slice by slice.
Yes, yeah. The whole mechanism goes up and down on these
presumably
bars.
Just depending on the design, they can do either.
Yes, yeah. I mean, some are completely different. This one works with a filament of plastic.
Right.
There we go.
Whoa.
It's on the move.
Oh.
The plastic will go into this filament here and get melted, and it just gets squeezed out like any other ink printer.
So it's a bit like a hot glue gun,
exactly.
in a way.
Yeah.
So is that about to actually make something, do you think, or is it just decided to reset itself?
It may be just going to sleep.
This is most peculiar. Kind of waiting for something to happen. 3D printer at work. Magic, isn't it? And it would take several hours, most likely, but when it's done, that will be a thing. I don't know what sort of a thing it is at the moment, but at some point it will be a thing, and that thing will be impressive. I've been told that thing that it will be that. Oh, what, sorry?
Servo bracket.
Servo bracket. A servo bracket.
Well, this is a 3D printed building, but this works in a totally different way to that machine over there, in that it starts off as a bed of powder, and some kind of laser beam goes zip, 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 and basically the bed of powder gets dusted in layers, layer after layer after layer, and each time the laser beam will go around it, making what looks like the foundations for a house. But those foundations carry on uphill, just like 3D bricklaying. And then someone like me takes the basic white finish, paints it with some brown paint, and then does some really, really boring stuff with the biro. But actually, I'm incredibly proud of that corner just there, because the bricks are quite good.
Oh yes, I see. Oh, that is good. That is quality brick craftsmanship.
So yeah, so this is actually part of my model of Arley Station on the Severn Valley Railway, and I occasionally go there and exhibit the layout that this is part of, inside that door there.
Excellent. So look what we got here. See, we didn't break it. We might have dropped it in a canal, but it's still here. One careful owner, and a few who weren't quite so careful.
And in the end,
Actually, the back's good.
we went to
I don't think we damaged that. We'll have to try harder next time. An awful lot harder.
rebuilding like the split chassis. Oh yeah, he rebuilds them chassis so that you can get more life out of it. It's a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah. Surprisingly sticky.
How does that work? Whoa, what happened?
Ah, whoa.
Let's try.
Yeah, your footbridge is in the way.
Stop.
Yeah.
There's an expert in the building. Where?
You'll be here for hours now.
It was just a hiccup. We're going to borrow this time. Yes, go for it.
Ah, that's the one.
So how come we've changed controls now?
Because you're on a different track. You're off the tracks.
Yeah,
Ooh.
right, okay. So if I want to go...
Well,
Why have we decided to run an electric?
Oh yeah, that worked.
Why have we decided to run an electric engine on
I
here?
was going to park her up for the night.
it's on batteries, either that or it's been coasting since Basildon.
Go down with it. Right, so...
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I don't do things.
Try this one.
Hey, look, it changes the signals
I know,
as well. Oh.
Where's it changing? Oh, that's off key.
Oh, warp speed.
Yeah, he's not trying, is he?
Pass it over there and then pop over the gates. You start with this stuff. Maybe I'm going to choose for you. I'm going to go and get the Slate Electrics.
Oh, Scale Electrics is fun. Whoa!
You did put it onto the track that's reversed.
Oh!
Doing the Macarena.
That's a really terrible.
Oh, if it hadn't come off the track, that would have been really cooking then. Let's see, we'll do it again. Oh!
Wheel spinning it and then off you go.
Oh, maybe a little bit less juice.
It's like Michael Jackson trying to moonwalk, isn't it?
Yeah. And you see, this is total fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, having fun.
Yeah. To be fair, I think I had a lot of fun with Silver Lady though.
Yeah, I did.
I drove that thing so much, like. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
But it's a different.
So you're the one responsible for all the dings on it?
No. Do you know what the funny thing is?
Did you see the footage? It was Dakota that did most
Dakota?
of it.
No, but the funny thing is though, it was the day shift that were battering the death out of the engines. And then Andy tried to accuse me of not looking after it.
Today's video has been brought to you in part thanks to the generous donation of my fans on Patreon. And a special huge thanks goes out to Anthony Kidson and Mark Anthony. If you'd like to help support the show, head on over to patreon.com/JenniferKirk. Thank you. Today's video has been brought to you by my books, Bringing Home the Stars, Twinkle Little Star, and also you can get the complete comic collections of All Over the House, Books 1, Books 2, and also the wacky zany Life of Knob T Mouse. Thanks and catch you later.